I've got 4 people watching, that's good. Yeah, if you don't mind, mate. Hi everyone, George Farmer here, and I just wanted to wish all my subscribers a thank you very much. I've reached 10,000k. I don't think it's any surprise that I had a sudden spike in subscribers since Joey Mullen, King of DIY, kindly gave me a shout out in one of his videos. So thanks in particular to all the loyal subscribers, but also to the new ones that are here because of Joey. So I'm here today at Aquarium Gardens, which is England's only aquascaping specialist shop. We have 9 display tanks altogether now, and they're all looking really nice. So what I'll do, rather than me waffling on, I'll just go through each scape quickly, give you a little bit of a rundown, and then you can look forward to a much better production video coming soon when I use my bigger camera. So we'll start off with this beautiful little scape here. This is an Aquascaper 600 by Evolution Aqua. This is a Dutch style layout. So for those that don't know, Dutch style is all about formal. Hi Robbie, nice to see you on here. Thanks for joining. Dutch style is all about formal arrangements of plants. So you can see we've got no hardscape in there at all. We're just relying on the colours and the textures to provide the impact. Nice healthy plant growth, just one species of fish in there. We've got LED lighting provided by a Twin Star 600E. It's got a gloss white cabinet, and yeah, just a really lovely planted tank. CO2 there you can see on the left. Glass inlet and outlet which provide minimum distraction on the aquascape. Fish are there, probably think they're being fed, bless them. So, if you've got any questions for me guys, fire away. I can see your comments popping up as I'm filming. Robbie, when is the King of DIY coming over? He'll be here on October the 14th at Aqua Depot in London. So we're doing a scape off, which is really cool. Looking forward to that. Dunmo as well, sounds busy in there today. Aquarium Gardens is the place to be. We are busy today. We've got Adam Pascala over from Poland. He's a legendary aquascaper, one of my really good friends, Polish chap, and we actually happen to have another Polish customer in, so they're chatting away in Polish, and we've got Dave on the phone as well, so excuse all the background noise, but we are a live shop, so there we go. Flying the flag, indeed. So, Nicolaj, I have 3 aquascapes in my room and 1 Mabicusa. I'm 12 years old. That's really great to hear. Glad you're enjoying the hobby. Keep it up, young man. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, sub skyrocketed because of the scaping contest announced by King of DIY. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So yeah, Joey Mullen and I have been good friends online for a good couple of years now. He decided to come over to the UK to thank his UK fans basically, and he needed someone to kind of help out with the logistics, so I thought it was a good idea for me to help out, and we could do a scape off together as well, so it should be really good fun. Robbie, the leaves on my quinum are breaking away. Any reasons why? Could be a whole host of things. If you're using CO2 injection, I'll probably try more CO2. Try removing the old leaves, and if you get any new growth, hopefully they'll be more robust. So, hi from Portugal. I like your work a lot. Thank you, Paolo. That's really appreciated. This is my favourite scape at the moment in the shop. Classic nature aquarium style. Again, in an Aquascaper 600 with a Twin Star LED. This has been running for about a year now. It's evolved really nicely. Hi from Austria. Hi, Michael. Hi, George. Greetings from Lisbon. Have a great time tomorrow with Alex, Felipe, Romy, and the lovely Esther, and all the others. Thank you. JP Gomez. Nice to see you on here, mate. Poland. Yay. So this is looking really nice now. The shrimp are breeding in here. We've got plenty of baby shrimp. Let's have a look, see if I can show you some. There's an adult there, there's the babies in the background. Bucephalandra, the fern is pearling like crazy, which is a good sign. We've got some white cloud mountain minnows, which are obviously loving it in there. You can see the bubbles there, that's the CO2 mist. That comes out from the filter outlet there via an inline diffuser. Just helps keep the plants really well fed. Those are Bucephalandra, those are Anubias, Cryptocorini. Phalanx asks, George, do you do any kind of training or consultation? Would love to take a course by you or be trained by you. Indeed I do. If you contact me privately, you can find me on Facebook. No problem, just look up George Farman of the Aquascaper, fire me a message and I'll get back to you. Okay, moving on to the triangular aquascape. This was done by the owner, Dave Pierce. No worries, Phalanx, I look forward to hearing from you. This is a beautiful classic triangular layout here. We've got a nice mound of hydrocotyle tripartia there on the right. Some Pagostemon Hellferry there just to the left of that. Then we've got some beautiful mosses growing on the wood, some Riccardia Camadrifolia, one of my favourite plants. Some Rotala green on the left there, some Cryptocorines, Anubias. Just a really nice high impact triangular layout. It's quite a shallow tank, 30 centimetres tall, 45 centimetres front to back. So a nice kind of dimensions for aquascaping, 60 centimetres long. And again powered by the Twin Star LED.
Oh yes, yeah.
Lost internet connection.
Yeah, so
Okay, sorry about that, I just lost internet for a minute. Love is love, everyone, good morning, that's lovely. So yeah, just a really nice kind of mound layout here, island style. A little bit of Bucephalandra there, mostly Anubias, some spiky moss on the top, and then a little bit of Cryptocorini there, I think that's Costata. Dave, is this... Oh. Okay, all the filtration on here is literally just Eheim surface skimmer. It's just home to some shrimp there, you can see them. Shrimp are breeding in these tanks. They love the hard tap water. We don't use RO water, no special treatments, just purely water out of the tap.
sorry George, you have to just jump in.
That's no worries, mate.
5 kilos.
Yeah, it is a skimmer. Pretty much all the tanks have the skimmer 350s. We do love the skimmers. I'm going to do another video on a little trick on how to stop shrimp from getting sucked in that we can see just there. Can you see the gauze? That just stops the shrimp from getting sucked in. Here's another skimmer. These get cleaned every week, normally by myself. Yeah, that one's sucked in a load of gunk there. Moving on to this is our latest scape in the shop. This is Cryptocorini only, apart from the Taiwan moss, which you can see there, which is grown really beautifully, nice and compact, drooping down beautifully, almost like weeping moss, pearling away. Tiny little crypts in the foreground there, Cryptocorini parva, tissue culture. And then probably about 6 or 7 different species of other Cryptocorines. And then the filtration, we've got a skimmer there as well, with the nice little gauze there to stop the shrimp from being sucked in. And then we've also got the external filter with glass outlet and glass inlets. A couple of Acuario LEDs which provide 12 watts of lighting altogether, so quite low lighting for this 50 litre tank. This is 50 litres, Denelay Scaper's tank. I really like this. This has only been running, what, 6 weeks, Dave?
Yeah, 6 weeks. Yeah.
So looking really nice. We had a bit of a crypt disaster, all the crypts decided to melt. But they've all sprung back magically to life, haven't they, Dave? Like crypts do. So yeah, this is Dave's creation. Dave did this as part of a live stream actually on Facebook, so if you guys are on Facebook, you might be able to find it on either my timeline or the Aquarium Gardens timeline. Do look up Aquarium Gardens on Facebook. Aquarium Gardens, that's 2 words. You'll find them really easily. Give them a like, that would be appreciated. And if you're UK based, do pop in store if you get the chance. We're open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. It's a beautiful shop, as you can see. I'll give you a proper tour. Robbie asks, how many bubbles per second are you using? I'm guessing you mean this tank here. We're looking at about 1 bubble per second on this one, and that's a rough rule of thumb for me. I normally go for 1 bubble per second per 50 litres of aquarium water, but it does depend on the size of the bubbles. Not all bubble counters are the same size. Not all bubbles produce the same size. Not all bubble counters produce the same size bubbles. So don't take that as one size fits all. Okay, let's move on to this high energy Scape here. This has been running, this is the longest running tank in the shop so far. This has been running for over 18 months now, and it's evolved gradually over the time. We've got 2 Polish guys in the shop. People are asking who's the Polish guys. So we've got Adam Paskela, who's like a legendary European scaper from Poland. And we've got a customer who's Polish, so they're very happy because they don't have to speak English at the moment, which isn't their native language. Here we go. George Farmer, I have a lid on my tank in the morning. It's totally filled with evaporation. It looks like it's blocking a lot of the light. Should I worry? No, basically the condensation, I think you mean, won't be really blocking any light because the droplets of water are actually transparent. They're just kind of deforming the light a little bit, but not enough to cause any trouble, basically. So try not to worry. Who else have we got here? Crisping. Hi Crisping, what type of wood do you use most? At the moment, I'm really loving Manzanita. I used it a few years ago, and I've just got into it again, just to show you what it looks like. Manzanita wood here, beautiful, all the way from America, California, in fact, Southern California. Imported especially by Dave, the owner of Aquarium Gardens. So if you look on Dave's website, aquariumgardens.co.uk, you can see the individual pieces all labelled up. So if there's a piece that takes your fancy, you can choose it and Dave will ship that out to you. Yeah, I think he does international shipping as well. Just obviously we'll need to get a price on the shipping for you for that. Nice tanks, thank you very much. We think they're pretty good, don't we, Dave? Pleased. Okay, so the kind of one of the let's go to this cool little setup here. So I've got a couple of little vases, literally bought from like a hardware shop. Or IKEA, John Lewis in fact. Just powered by a really low power LED there, desk lamp, no substrate, no livestock, just plants on wood, and then we can just change 100% of that water every other day or so, and the plants are actually growing, nice and slowly. Just a nice little kind of desk ornament, really, like a living ornament. So moving on to the lowest energy setup we've got here in the shop. This is, you might have heard of a plant called Bucophilandra, and this is dedicated to that species of plant, that genre of plant. So we've got Bucophilandra, mini needle leaf. Ben Sintin, sorry, can I ask what shop is this? This is Aquarium Gardens. If you look at the title of the video, it does say that in the title. The website is www.aquariumgardens.co.uk. It's also on Facebook. They've got an Instagram account as well and a Twitter, and they've got their own YouTube channel which I collaborate on, so keep an eye out on that. Look out for Aquarium Gardens on YouTube. There's loads of cool videos, inspirational videos, but also instructional videos on how you can use Hardscape, how to prepare plants, how Dave actually ships his plants, what sort of plants you can expect and what condition you can expect them to be in, and those are really cool kind of top tip videos. And these aren't really scaped per se, these are the shrimp holding tanks. Oh, thank you, JP. Do we call you JP? Because I just see your name as JP Gomes, so I never know what to call you. So if you want, you can question a Polish aquascaper. I can't even read that, mate, so I'm afraid I can't. I'm a bit embarrassed to say that. But something about Purigen. That's the only word I recognise, I'm afraid. So so cherry shrimp in this tank and an amano shrimp in this tank. They're the only shrimp we sell in the shop. We just find that they're easy to keep in the hard tap water that we have here. Hi Kaz or Rocky, whoever that is from Crowders Aquatics, nice to see you. So Dave, we keep our plants hydroponically, and if you don't know what that means, it means the plants are kept above water, but the roots are in water. And that water is nutrient rich, so it feeds the plants, and the plants themselves, they get light use of CO2 from the air and loads of light because there's no water blocking it, and there's no algae on the plants themselves because obviously they're not underwater. And if you didn't know already, about 95% of aquatic plants are actually in nature found mostly above water, so they're kind of used to this way of growing, and they grow hardier, they're more robust, which makes them easier to transport, and they're actually more adaptable to a wider range of water parameters. So say one of you've got a really soft water, low pH, and you buy the same plant as someone with hard water and a high pH, that plant, if you grow it in an immersed state, which is what these are grown in, is more likely to be able to adapt to your water. Whereas if you bought a submerged plant, I'll just show you one of these right now. So these are all the submerged plants here, kept underwater. This phallus, for instance, will physically not be able to exist above water. It will die above water. It's a fully aquatic plant. So that plant is adapted to a certain water chemistry. So if you put that in another tank with a different water chemistry, that plant will arguably really struggle to adapt. And that's one of the reasons why we like to use this style of planting, emergent planting. So I'll give you a wider angle shot of all the plants kept in their little hydroponic systems here. So the water's circulated at the roots, nutrient-rich water. The plants are growing really healthily above the water. So when we get the plants from the nursery, we use nurseries in Denmark, Holland and Germany. Aquaflora, Denale, Tropica and Aquadip are the main suppliers we use. They're all grown above water in similar conditions to this, but on a larger scale obviously. So they arrive in the shop and then they're planted, they're put in their little greenhouses if you like, and then the plants actually grow in these systems really healthily. So when you buy them, they're actually potentially bigger than when you get them from the nursery. Whereas the vast majority of other shops will put their plants underwater, and a lot of the time the plant will suffer as it's adapting to its underwater state, and arguably will struggle in your aquarium. So if possible, it's always better to buy your emergent plants from a shop like this. David Hewitt, what is the risk of snails? There's always a risk of snails unless you buy tissue culture plants. That's the easy answer. There is less risk in emergent plants because obviously the main portion of the plant is above water. However, snails can lay eggs quite prolifically. Those eggs are very hardy and they can exist above water for a time. So we can never guarantee snail-free plants unless you buy them tissue culture, which I'll just show you over here. We use about 3 or 4 different suppliers for tissue culture. We've got the Tropica there, we've got Aquario Neo, we've got Hortilab, all very good quality. We've got a variety of mosses, we've got different stem plants, Cryptocorynes, Starogine, loads of really cool plants. Yes, JP, thank you for answering that question. We do ship by post, mail order, all over the world in fact, I believe. Is that right, Dave?
Most places.
Most places. I'll stick to tissue culture. Yes, if you don't like your snails, then tissue culture is definitely the way forward. Maybe one of the disadvantages of tissue culture is the species list is a little bit limited, but the range of plants, the selection of plants is growing all the time in tissue culture. Say hello, Adam.
Hello.
This is Adam Pascala from Poland. Adam is the ADA distributor for East Europe, a legend in the world of aquascaping.
No way.
Yeah, you are. He's a better aquascaper than me, put it that way.
After George.
Here we go. Here's the Hardscape Collection. So those are cool woods. Oh, you can see Adam's been at work. Nice. So those are cool woods. We've got Redmore root, we've got azalea roots, we've got manzanita, we've got dragonstone, we've got mini landscape rock. Probably the best selection of hardscape in England right now. Loads of dry goods. This is my favourite fertiliser in the world, which I helped develop. The Aquascape Complete Liquid Plant Food. If you look at my channel, you'll see a couple of videos dedicated to that liquid fertiliser if you're interested. So, any requests, guys? Do you want to see any close-ups of any of the tanks? Let me know. I'll do my best to give you what you want. What substrates are on offer, and what do you recommend for scaping? I don't believe we've got any substrates actually on special offer, Dave, at the moment. I think they're all competitively priced already. If I had to recommend any one, I'll just answer this one quickly. What's your favourite type of woods? I did answer this earlier. It's manzanita wood. I'll just show you quickly. There we go, beautiful wood. I'm using it at one of my big tanks at home at the moment. My favourite soil at the moment is probably Danelay Scaper soil. And we've got Oliver Knott's nature soil as well, which is very good. And also Tropica soil. They're all very good. They all perform very similarly. But yeah, any kind of active soil like that is really, really good for a planted tank. Oh, you're welcome, Natasha. I hope you're enjoying the video. Oh, I just love this tank so much. I wish I had this at home. I'm quite jealous, actually.
The longer one.
I'm going to just put this. The cool thing about 3 tanks being together, you can actually put more light on one tank if you want to use it for photography, which is really handy. So just a bit awkward trying to do this one-handed, but I'm sure I'll be okay. Here we go. There we go, look at that. Just move that back a bit. Perfect, there we go, look at that, it's beautiful. Sorry guys, I've got a few more questions coming in, let's have a look. What's your favourite schooling fish for an aquascape, says Elise? I really like, at the moment, I really like green neon tetras, or another name for them is false neon tetras. The scientific name is Paracoridon similans. So they're very similar to neon tetras, but they've got less red, and the blue on them is a little bit greeny, depending on the lighting. David Hewitt, what is that light, please? This is a Twin Star 600E, available from Aquarium Gardens. Mark Den Davies asks, what benefits has your fertiliser over, say, TNC Complete? The actual ingredients are very similar, but my fertiliser has more comprehensive instructions on it. It's designed to be dosed every day, whereas the instructions on TNC are for weekly dosing. And the instructions on my products give you guidelines for every type of aquarium, from a low energy, medium energy up to a high energy system. It comes with a syringe as well for dosing nano tanks, and it also comes, the lid is exactly 10 millilitres for dosing bigger tanks, and the bottle is opaque so it doesn't let any light through. And anecdotal evidence suggests that if any light can penetrate, some of the trace elements can start to degrade in the liquid fertiliser. So that, I think they are the main advantages over TNC Complete. Voidoc Zeno asks, what are your favourite lights? I really like these Twin Stars. I'm not just saying that because they're here, but I'm using one at home on my Aquascape 600. I'm really impressed with the results. They're very good value. Very good solution for a 60 centimetre tank or different sizes. They do a 900. I'll just show you the different sizes up here. You've sold out of 900s, I take it. Oh, there's one there. Okay, cool. So we've got the smallest is the 300. Then we go to the 360. We've got a 450. That is the length in millimetres, by the way. 600, so 600 millimeters or 60 centimeters, or 24 inches, or 2 feet, depending on your preference of measurements.
Indeed.
And we've got the 900 there on the end, which is upside down. That's no problem. So, say hello, Dave. Dave's the owner. Any messages for the viewers, Dave?
Keep on scaping.
Yay! Good lad. Cam, hi Cam, asks what CO2 diffuser do you recommend? I'll show you exactly what CO2 diffuser I recommend, and that is this one here. Depending on your size of tank. Oh, I love these ones. There we go. So this is a Acuario Neo Diffuser. Really easy to clean, produces a really fine mist, which allows the CO2 bubbles to be distributed around the aquascape really well. Quite good value, made of acrylic and not glass, so much hardier, much less likely to snap. Yes, that's the Neo Diffuser. I'm just going to call you JP from now on. JP, thank you. We do like the Co2 Diffusers as well, the 3-in-1. Has a built-in needle valve, built-in bubble counter, and built-in non-return valve. Removable diffuser is plate, so you can bleach that when you want to clean it really easily. And I'm a big fan of the Inline Diffusers. Let's open this cabinet, make sure it's not too messy before I show you. No, we're alright. So this is an Inline Diffuser. So the CO2 comes in from the pressurised system here, goes through the bubble counter there. So we're running about 2 bubbles per second there, as you can see. And then goes into the Inline Diffuser, and then that really fine mist gets transported all the way through to the outlet tube, which is there, and you might just be able to make out those tiny little bubbles coming out there. And that's a really effective way of getting your CO2 fired around the tank. So here we've got 2 Polish guys having a good old chat about aquascaping. This will go today, mate, isn't it? We've got a nice selection of inert gravels as well, decorative gravels, which I like to use at the front of aquascape. So, good example here. So we've got an inert substrate at the front, not designed to grow plants. And then we've got soil in the background. Sorry, JP asked a question, let me just check. Oh, how long do you say a good quality soil holds nutrients? Do you think root tabs are needed? Oh, Singo. Basically, a good soil the nutrients will last indefinitely if you use a good quality liquid fertiliser. The soil will actually take in the nutrients from the water and hold them in the soil. So if you do fertilise regularly, the nutrient content will actually last quite a long time, if not forever. You could always use root tabs to supplement the nutrient content if you wanted to. But yeah, there's no real set figure for the length of time a soil lasts. It's a really kind of arbitrary question because every tank is different. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Nigel Aquascaping. Holy, that sub count went fast from 6 to 10k. Yes, it went from, I think it jumped about 500 yesterday just because of the DIY king of DIY guy, Joey. JP, do you find that inline is more effective than normal diffuser? In a word, yes. George, ADA LED or Kessel LED? Impossible to answer, depends on your system and your taste and your budget. Phalanx, George, have you ever had to move an aquascape? Is there a good method? Blah 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 blah. To answer your question, really simply, yes, I've moved loads of aquascapes. It depends on the size. If it's anything smaller than say 90 centimetre, it's quite possible. Just drain the water, stop the plants from drying out, by like sticking loads of bubble wrap in there or cling film. Pack out any kind of gaps in the scape, like between the wood and the glass, for instance, with bubble wrap or another sort of inert packing medium. And then just get a few people to lift the scape really carefully into your car or whatever mode of transport you're using. Drive very carefully, obviously, or move it very carefully. And then just refill really slowly at the other end. Do a couple of big water changes, add your livestock, and hopefully all will be well. There we go. Vinoski, how many inches of soil and substrate do you recommend for me in my 29-gallon tank? If it were me, generally speaking, I'll go for a couple of inches at the front and about 3 or 4 or 5 inches at the back. I'm not sure the dimensions exactly of your tank. You say 29 gallons, but I don't know how long it is or wide it is. But a general size 29 gal, I'm probably using at least 2 bags, 2 9-litre bags of soil. So around about 18 litres of soil. A rough guess. Hello from Singapore. Hello Singapore. JP, save as water as possible to put back in. I think you're referring to Phalanx's question about rescaping. Actually, I just use fresh water all the time. I've done this hobby for a while now, and basically the more you change the water, the better. So just use it as a good excuse for a massive water change when you do move the tank. If you're moving to an area with a massively different water chemistry, then yeah, you might want to save some water to just help the plants adapt. Okay, I'm going to sign off soon, guys. 30 inches long. Yeah, 2 bags should be okay. 2 9-litre bags. So Tropica do 9-litre bags. Scaper soil is in 8-litre bags. Oliver Knott's in 10-litre bags. ADA Aquasoil is in 9-litre bags. So yeah, you want between sort of 15 and 20 litres of soil, I would say. Okay, guys. Oh, got another question. Bear with me a second. How much would the extinguisher system cost with the inline? I just have to ask Dave when he's free. Dave, what's a complete CO2 system these days? Probably looking at about £150 altogether, I guess. Dave, complete CO2 system, pressurised?
About 100.
With inline diffuser?
With the bottle?
Yeah. We don't sell extinguishers, so you'd have to source that yourself or get a proper bottle from Dave. So 3 kilo or 1.5 kilo. But yeah, all in all, we're looking at about £120. Give Dave a ring. Look up Aquarium Gardens on Google. You'll get their website up really easy. It's got his number on there. Dave just bought a Twin Star apparently. Dave Hewitt.
Oh, is it?
Is he one of your customers?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Well done, Dave. Happy days. The system works.
He also bought 5 bottles of Aquascape Plant food.
Did he? No wonder he's asking loads of questions. Cool. Well done, Dave, for buying 5 bottles of my fertiliser. You're my new best friend. Dave going to put an order for George's Fert to test out here in Portugal. Excellent. JP, give me your details. I'll send you a bottle for free if you're going to test it. That's fine. Matt Burgess, congrats on the 10k. Here's to the next 100. Thank you very much. Peter, can you make a video about filtration and break apart your filter? We will do a video in filtration. Bit of an exclusive actually. We're actually expanding the shop quite soon, and I'll have my own office next door, so you can expect a lot more media coming your way from me. A lot more YouTube videos, a lot more how-tos, a lot more inspirational videos, and who knows, I might even get time to write a book. So that's exciting. Okay, guys, I think that's a good opportune moment to say cheerio. Scorch, what's this shop again? Aquarium Gardens, www.aquariumgardens.co.uk. JP, thanks mate, PM you later. You're welcome, mate. Zingo, thanks for the stream. You're welcome. I'm going to say cheerio now. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the 10k. Really means a lot. I'm totally passionate about aquascaping, and to share it with you guys is an absolute honour and privilege. Hard Cheese missed this, please upload. It will be available to watch again, Hard Cheese, so no worries about that. Okay guys, keep on scaping, take care, cheerio.
Oni też dał w prezencie, ja to przetestuję.